I
That's probably
mean,
the.
he's good internationally,
Yeah.
but I don't think he was that good of an actor. I think the movie was just cool, but
Oh
I
yeah, he
fuck
wasn't that
with it.
great of an actor. He just,
yeah, I
I
don't
mean,
think he
yeah.
can do the whole full time actor thing.
Oh yeah, hell no. That nigga can. Yeah, probably not. Well, maybe like
but
some Latin movies or whatever. I don't know, but like the
you
nigga's
know what?
English isn't that great.
I feel like 7 footers just have a really tough life. Like I think like there
I
should
don't think
really
he's
be like
7 foot.
he gotta be. He gotta be
He,
like at least 7 feet.
Yeah,
I
he
don't
like
know why
six
you.
I
something.
mean shit, 6'11" plus 6'10". Like think about it.
He
Like
basketball height.
what else can you do other than basketball? As in like you just look like Brock for example. I'm not taking that nigga
Yo,
serious. Nothing else.
yo. We
I
live, we
mean,
live, we live, we live. Chill.
who gives a fuck? Is that nigga going? We'll
I mean,
find out
shit,
about it later.
Brock
Maybe.
or whoever else is 6'10". What am I like, bro? Imagine them as your 6'10" doctor. I'm gonna be like, nigga, go in
Shouldn't
the
you be
NBA.
doing something
Like,
else?
I ain't gonna lie, they gotta be annoying as fuck whenever everybody asks him, "Did you play basketball?"
People be
yeah,
asking me
bro.
that. I'm nowhere near that tall, and that
I
should be
mean,
pissing me off.
but think about it, bro. Like only like 10% of the population is like in the world is like above 6 feet.
Like,
So it's just
like
kind of like
as an actor, like
that's
the
an
only
anomaly.
roles he can get is basketball roles. Like, I'm not
Right.
casting you to be a six
Nah,
eleven Dwayne the Rock Johnson. Like,
fucking
you don't get.
fucking Boban wasn't John Wick.
That is true, but he was like,
He got his
I
ass
don't
whooped,
know.
but he got
Yeah, you either gotta be the nigga in movies that fight niggas all the time, or you gotta play basketball. One of the two. Other than that, anything that you gonna do, whether it's teaching, being a fucking plumber, whatever the fuck, it's gonna be odd seeing you there.
Yeah,
Cause
I
niggas are gonna
think.
ask the same shit, like, hey, did you ever play basketball? Like, yeah, clearly, I probably tried
oh
to.
man, I
I'm
would hate
six
to
nine.
take a shit in the
Like,
public. I would hate to take a
I
shit in the public toilet being like 7 feet, like you just peering over the stall.
that is a
yeah,
very
bro.
odd thing.
It's some, especially imagine being a broke 7 footer, because like you
Oh
have to
nigga,
really.
nah, you can't be a broke 7 footer. You can go do something. You can go be a bouncer or something, bro. You can't be broke.
Yeah, but like, what if you like Chet Holmgren? And it's like you're not
What
even
you
like.
mean, Check Holmgren? He was the number 2 pick.
Yeah, but I'm saying like he's like 7'3" and skinny. Like he can't even be a bouncer. Like if he not a basketball nigga, bro, and he's broke, like you gotta order custom beds, gotta order custom clothes,
That's
you gotta
that's
order
true.
custom doors and shit.
Your
You
whole
gotta
life
have a
is
custom
custom.
house.
Just
Yeah, like his
customer.
whole house
Nigga's
is
a
custom.
customer. He's a
I,
custy.
Yeah, that's crazy. Call niggas a customer. That is
I think
insane.
people don't give Shaq enough credit because like he successfully has been a 7 footer that does other shit.
Yep.
That is hey,
Like
that is very true.
and like he doesn't get the basketball roles. He's like a random ass DJ that's like lit.
And he can rap. Well, he did rap for a little while.
He did. He got a song with Biggie.
Yeah, shout
He
out to Shaq.
did.
Facts.
Damn.
Biggie with the Fushnikins. Fucking
Wait, you said who?
the Fushnikins.
Am I an idiot for not
Yeah,
knowing
I'm
who
gonna act like
what a
I know what you're
Fushnikins
talking
is?
about, but
It's
I
a
don't
it's a
know.
it's a
Yeah, I
it's
ain't
a
even
it's
gonna ask you to know.
it's a group. It's a group. Yeah.
Okay, thank you,
Yeah.
B
It's a
Ray
group from the
and
90s,
Jai,
bro.
because I'm like I've never heard of nothing like that. Sound
New
like
York
some
hip hop, man. Gritty shit.
sorry,
But
Shaq had
speaking
me.
of gritty shit, welcome to the grittiest podcast. You know what I'm saying? Niggas in
the
trouble.
greatest spot.
We
If we
not in
could
trouble.
describe ourselves in one word, I can tell you what word it probably wouldn't be.
In
Probably
trouble?
gritty.
Oh,
Nah,
gritty. Oh yeah, no. We not gritty at
that's
all.
actually hilarious. And if Orlando was on the podcast, that's also not
He
the
is
word
like
to
the
say.
opposite of a gritty nigga.
Yeah, he's like, I'd rather not
You
get
know
into
how you
any
know
of
how
that
like
gritty
the
shit
bitches
with
been
you.
like they've been stepping into their soft life. If anything, this is a soft life podcast. You know what I'm saying? Like
To be
we're
honest.
team comfort over here.
Oh, real shit.
This
Especially
nigga
black.
Black went to
Black
go
will
get,
definitely.
what you had in your IG story? Talk about your little smoothie experience. That shit was funny.
You had a
Oh,
smoothie experience?
my tropical smoothie.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Shout out to tropical smoothie because I feel like I found it like low key found a hack to life, like for free food forever type shit, and
Wow,
I'm really,
this
Free
guy.
really
food,
grateful.
free food forever. That's crazy.
Nah, real shit, bro. Cause look, this is the whole thing, Austin. I got a tropical smoothie app because I'm an avid tropical smoothie fan. I like their smoothies. I like their flatbreads. Great
Avid
combo,
fan.
especially on a Monday. Avid fan. You know what I'm saying? So I download the app. I be ordering out that bitch. You feel me? And what I noticed is, like when you order it, they make you a little meal quick as shit. They put it in a little cubby and shit. Boom. So what I've been noticing is they really do not give a fuck who be in that who be taking food out the cubby. You know what I'm saying? Like you would expect when you order some food, you be like, yeah, my name Malik, and they be like, oh yeah, your shit's over there, and I be like, all right, bet, because they
Right.
just made your shit, so they put it over there. But no, that's
Right.
not how that shit works. Once you order your food, you feel me? You just pull up, you know what I'm saying? And you walk in and you go to this cubby and you just take the food and leave. They don't even look at you. They don't question you. They don't say, hey, stop. Is that you? You know what I'm saying? They don't say nothing. They don't even say good morning. You know what I'm saying? You just walk in like you work there. It's like, if it felt like I was one of their
So
I
you
came to
stealing shit?
realize no, it's my
Nah,
shit. It's my
Okay, I was
shit.
about to
yeah,
say. I was
But
about to
but
say.
you
listen,
saying you could steal shit, like if you
if
ever
I
get
was hungry,
low, if you ever get
yeah.
low, you know where to go.
Like that's the ultimate food glitch. And I realized it's like them niggas trust me more than I trust me, because I wouldn't trust myself. Like if I see myself walking to that, I'd be like, "Hey, are you sure that's yours?" Even though, like, I know that's
Nah, no
feel me?
bullshit.
Like I don't know, they're doing something right, and it's almost too right to the point where it's like I question why do I do things the right way? I should just get Sally smoothie when she orders it.
you
Just
should
show
be
up a little earlier than she do.
you should be evil black.
Because if you think about it, bro, what are they going to do? Once I take Sally smoothie and she shows that she actually ordered the smoothie, they're probably going to give Sally a smoothie too. We all eat. We all eat.
Yeah, she can be
It's
like,
just
hey, somebody
crazy.
took my smoothie, so she just go get her smoothie.
Yeah.
It's just crazy because like I watched Black's story when he was ranting about it, and I was like, yo, it was literally way too easy when he just walked in that joint, grabbed his shit, and walked out, and the people at the desk was like not looking at him.
Bro, they was not
Wait,
paying
so you
attention
you
at
like
all.
vlog the whole thing or some shit?
Yo,
Yeah,
Black
Basically.
went on a whole rant about this, and they recorded it. He recorded the people at the table not giving a fuck about him, didn't bother to look at him or nothing. Like it was so funny. Like, he was like, bro, that was too easy. Like I was crying. I was like, yo, this is comedy because they really didn't care. Like it's
They
all
did
good
not give
word
a
or
fuck.
nothing.
they
Wait,
didn't
and so
even
where
give
is
a
this at again?
background.
Tropical
Tropical
smoothie.
Smoothie Cafe.
Pollo
Shit,
tropical.
I might
Don't
go
don't
see what's
don't
up.
don't be on the
No,
internet
no,
talking
no.
about how
I
you
want
about to
no,
start
nigga.
stealing food, bro.
No, that's not what I said. I said I'm gonna go see what's up. I want to go see what food they got. Nigga,
Right.
do
So
I
you can
look like a
steal it?
thief to you?
Yeah.
Nigga,
I be
what?
getting the Caribbean jerk wrap, yeah.
Yeah,
All
nah,
right,
that
yeah,
Caribbean
I'm gonna go try
shit
that
is.
on somebody else's bill.
Yeah.
But
You gonna try Anthony's Caribbean jerk rap.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna try that nigga shit. It's like, are you Anthony? Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Shit,
For
yeah.
sure, for sure.
They're like, I don't think that was an answer. Like, what is for show me?
No, whenever they fuck up and you grab Tanner plate and then they're gonna be like,
It's like a lettuce wrap or some bullshit. I'd
you
be like, you
go,
know what?
nah,
Yeah, I
bro,
really
y'all gonna
want
be
that
looking at
shit.
each other. You gonna be like, hey, are you actually Chandler? And he's gonna be like, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Chandler,
Unfortunately.
Chandler Goldberg? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's on my mama's side.
Yeah, he have a mom's side. They from Minnesota and shit.
shout out to
Give me
Minnesota.
that.
Bro, I hate this. They really let that nigga go. One of y'all fast ass niggas better go get that nigga. That nigga's name is Kapusapus. What is
Capasagon.
that? Kapasagon? Hey,
Capasagon.
that nigga
Capusa
name.
poo.
That nigga
Capusa
name
poo.
ass.
Oh, nigga.
I had to deal with muffin jokes and shit like that when I was younger. But Kapasagan, nigga,
I feel like
nigga
Niggas
that's
call
like
sound
you
like
mad
a.
lazy with your name. Muffin jokes.
I'm
niggas
telling
called you
you.
muffin.
Yes, bro. That used
I'm
to
not.
annoy the ever living like Duffin Muffin. All right, I was like, all right, bitch. I was saying that in second grade.
I'm not
Like,
gonna lie,
they
bro.
had me fucked up in second grade, bro.
That's I
That's
always
such a
Yeah.
hate.
lazy ass insult. Like
That's what I'm
Duffin
saying. I'm
Muffin.
like,
Like
yeah, I was
that's
like, oh, so creative. And they're like, oh, Austin from Austin, Texas. Oh, really? Well, your parents just came up with. They must have just loved Austin. Something like, no,
I'm
bitch.
not
Like
gonna
it's a
lie.
family name.
I would trade that shit over the fucking disrespect that I took as a dark skinned nigga growing up in middle school. It was horrific, bro. Like I still remember to this day being called an African booty scratcher.
I ain't gonna lie. That had to be like a universal thing, bro.
Nah, it
Because
was
It had
it
to
was
be dog.
that had
it
to
was
be, bro.
terrible,
Because
bro.
I remember they used to be called the dark dudes there too, bro.
Niggas
Oh
niggas
my
said
god.
I look like a unlocked character. I remember when niggas brought that one out. I had to get
Nah,
it.
that's the best one. Oh my
Dog, them niggas
god,
some assholes.
an
No. I
unlocked
had to give it to him,
character.
bro,
Yo,
because I
boys
ain't never heard
unlocked.
that one before.
Oh my god.
It used to be so annoying when niggas turned off the lights. I knew it every time. They'd be like, "Where Malik go?"
Where's Malik?
Oh,
I'm
Like
like,
and
so
then he's
fucking
like,
funny, nigga.
I'm right here, and all you see is teeth.
"Yeah, dummy." And then I ain't gonna lie, this one really hit, dummy, because I have bigger lips than most people, and my name is
Yeah.
Malik, so people used to call me Malips, and that shit used
Dog,
to.
hey yo, I ain't never heard of that one before. That's actually funny as
Yeah,
hell.
Oh,
nah.
that's
That was crazy,
crazy.
bro. I was about to sue.
The Baltimore public school system has some creatives. They ain't know.
Nigga said he was about to sue. Who the fuck were you about to
Nigga
sue?
said
You
I
couldn't
Malik.
don't
even
know,
sue.
bro.
I don't
Oh
think you're a
my
suable.
god. But speaking of
My
suits,
lips.
welcome to the NIT podcast, ladies and gentlemen. Boys and girls, fans of all ages. It's your boy Pod God Jai
Wow.
Almighty with my friends, my brothers, my homies.
You already
Introduce
know it's your
yourselves.
boy B. Roy Trillinois in the building, Mr. In the building himself. Let's talk about it.
You in the
You know what I'm
building yourself?
saying?
Just
He
you?
in there.
Ain't nobody in the building?
Just that nigga. The only
So
nigga in the building is B-Roy, I swear.
it's an exclusive ass
Oh!
building.
It's your
Most
boy.
definitely.
It's your boy Black. You know what I'm saying?
AKA my lips.
AKA my
Oh,
lips. However you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? Just don't call it to my face. And we'll be
Good point. Points were made.
Yeah,
Don't do
points are made.
that.
He'll slide you.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
It's my turn, I guess. You already know who it is. Austin, aka Himothy, aka that nigga,
Timothy.
aka yes, Himothy Turner. You know all
Mm.
that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Ready to pod,
Ready to
but
party,
let's.
get odd.
I didn't say that.
right.
I didn't say that part, but you know.
PI. All right, man. So in the background of this Madden 23 gameplay, shout out EA for sponsoring this video. It's like, nah, they ain't sponsor shit.
Facts.
But
Def didn't.
I wish you did though.
Facts.
facts. We open
Hey,
to
we
it.
look.
We ain't gonna
Yeah,
talk
we
shit.
open.
You know what I'm saying? We open to it.
Mm,
Hey, everybody, open to all sponsorships. We have no allegiances. But yeah, man.
yeah, boy.
Um.
Oh,
So big thing in the news. Yeah, you're wild. So big thing in the news lately has been I'm sure you've seen this dude on the internet or probably heard his name. It's a bald headed mixed dude named Andrew Tate, right? And he is the first person to be canceled from the internet, right? Plenty of
that's
people have
crazy.
gotten canceled before. What's that nigga named Khalid? Or was it Khalid or Daniel Caesar? Whichever one of them got the gap.
Yeah, Daniel Caesar.
Daniel Caesar.
Him. Yeah, Daniel Caesar. That
They're
nigga
pretty
was
much the same
canceled
nigga.
for a little bit. Bro, they look exactly the same. Ain't they both like Canadian? I think Khalid singing
One just
better
has.
though. I don't even know.
Yeah, probably. Yeah,
But
I think he does. But yeah,
yeah,
anyway.
so yeah, that nigga got canceled before. Who else got canceled? Fucking Desi Banks got canceled before like a little bit.
What do you do?
Um,
Well, never mind. Well, let
it
me
was
skip
like
that.
during the whole riots and shit. Not the riots. I don't want to say riots, but during the protests and stuff like that. So they
Ah,
kind of had that thing kind of going on, and it was like he said some shit, and then it was just like fuck off. I can't really think of anybody else that got canceled. I know some people that should have got canceled. King Batch, boy,
that nigga's a coon.
yeah,
But
you should have got canceled a long time ago, buddy. You should got canceled by the black community, like,
for
but
sure.
anyway, and like everybody else that you can say got canceled, went to jail. So I wouldn't even call that canceling. I think that's just like their feelings.
Comeuppance.
Comeuppance, good
Yeah.
word.
Hey man, we're a logical pod. What can I say?
Yeah, but now for the foolishness. All right, so this nigga Andrew Tate actually got canceled off the internet, right? So Andrew Tate is what would the general populace be classified as a red pillar. For those who don't know what red pill means, watch The Matrix. Nah, but how people use red pill now is essentially, I guess, breaking social norms. And essentially, what a red pillar is, it's a guy who kind of takes strong stances against women and I guess like it's the niggas that call themselves alpha males and shit like that. All that shit, right?
Yeah.
And while I do think that there should be a safe space for men, I do think some niggas just take it like too far. Honestly, I feel like the whole community takes it too far or too serious. Anyway, but Andrew Tate, he rose to stardom in like 6 months. Like, if you have any kind of social media, you've seen him come across your feed at some point saying something that you would think is either profound, ridiculous, insensitive, inspiring, yada 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 yada, yada, right? He was all over the place. And so they kind of they had a petition to get him banned off the internet because they said that he was spreading misogynistic ideals for young men and influencing them to do bad shit, him and his brother and shit like that. And it worked. All his social media accounts gone, emails, fucking business platforms, like anything with him on the internet, gone. But
Right.
he's still showing up on the internet, which is crazy. But he recently did a thing with not CNN, Fox News. What's that nigga name? Tucker Carlson, whatever.
Hmm.
And so he was kind of talking about it and shit like that. But I just really want like y'all thoughts of like one. What do y'all kind of think about Andrew Tate like in general? I know we have a friend who he's like one of Andrew Tate's disciples, and,
Yeah.
and two, just the idea of like, damn, like people actually put effort into banning somebody off the internet, like legitly. So, what are kind of like y'all thoughts on that? Anybody can go first. Equal opportunity.
So, in my opinion, I feel like this is like it's a very interesting age we're living in today, man, and it seems like both sides, as far as just men and women, are just straying from each other as far as like we want to be
At least the internet.
kind of like at odds as opposed to like finding ways that we're similar and alike and rejoicing in those things. So with the whole red pill community, like I feel like at the base of it, what I think that they're really trying to do is, well, the men that are doing that are trying to, is kind of like a men self improvement thing, but at the same time, it's women demeaning. And I don't think those two things have to be, synonymous, in my opinion, for their true message, which I think, again, I don't support the shit, so I don't know. But I think, again, their true message is kind of rooted in that. But I don't think you have to, you know, demean women while trying to uh, kind of big up men. And I feel like that's what they do. And in response to that, I feel like that the other side, as far as like women kind of shows and pages, do the same thing, and they're trying to big up women while also demeaning men. And I feel like just this whole just, and I hate to use this word toxic, because just like Brent Fire said, I do think that it's a fucking uh, internet word that y'all just chose to make sensational again. Of course, there was a word before the internet, but y'all make words just sensational, just for fuck's sake, every other month.
Hmm.
So I feel like, that, we're just at odds, and this shit is just a very toxic thing for not just the black community, but for just humanity in general, because it's almost like we're just at odds with each other. And if we don't have each other, then what the fuck else do we have? But that's my take on this shit, to be honest. Anybody else?
Me, I think that I think Andrew Tate, the whole red pill movement, it is, to me, like Jai led with. I think there should be a space where men should have empowerment for each other. However, I feel as though this movement, as they call it, the red pill movement, and I feel like it's more so divisive. I feel like
Mm-hmm.
like in nature, it's a good idea to have spaces for men better themselves and get better and shit like that. But I feel as though with social media and also just capitalism in general, it very quickly kind of it turned into something else. You know what I'm saying? Like I think it's more so used as propaganda or just a divisive mechanism to kind of continue to divide men and women. I think honestly speaking, for me, I'm always looking at these topics, these different people that come up, and it just feels as though you know no one is actually trying to have a common goal of understanding each other. You feel me?
Right.
And
Facts.
that's not just on Andrew Tate. I think it's on both sides of the gender spectrum. And I think that's the way that we see, like, you know what I'm saying, a more understanding society is when people are trying to understand each other. But that's not what's going on. You know what I'm saying? We have men on this red pill side spewing crazy things about women. A lot of the things are crazy, and I think a lot of it is shock value too. You feel me? It's like it's not even in like good nature, and that's the thing that kind of makes me upset. You feel me? Like like there's so many people looking up to Andrew Tate and things like that, and he'll say things for shock value, like women should walk around with their body count on their forehead. Like my opinion, like I just feel as though that I don't care what logic you have about that. You feel me? Like whether you think that's good or not. Like you know what you're doing. You understand that this is for shock value. You don't actually believe that women should walk with their body count on their forehead. It's for shock value. It's for money. It's for people to tune into you because you say the wildest, craziest things. You feel me? And I feel as though that kind of ruins this conversation of what men are feeling and what women are feeling because who is going to take you seriously when you say that? And then the problem becomes there are people that actually start to really feed into that. You feel me? Which I think further divides, the actual progress that people are trying to make. You know what I'm saying? I'm just so tired of just seeing this constant gender wars going back and forth. And I think it stems from people like Andrew Tate and also people who give his message credence, both the men that support it and the women that are women and I guess men alike that are disgusted by what he's saying and I guess decide to talk about it like we're doing right now. You feel me? Like it's just like if there was a true space where people could express themselves and people would be open to listening, I'd be all down for it. But that's just not what this is. This is really for this guy to make money and other people to profit off of it in general. Like you know what I'm saying? He has this whole program. And the reason why we see so many clips of him on the internet is because he kind of created this pyramid scheme where he rewards people for posting his content, his message, which is brilliant. I'm not going to lie to you.
Right.
I've
Right. Yeah.
heard that idea of people just posting for him to spread his message. But in the same token, you feel me? Like he's making money off of it. So it just kind of dilutes the whole things of what he's trying to accomplish. So I mean, those are my opinions. I really just be disgusted talking about him, the red pill movement. I do want to see men, be better. You know what I'm saying? And I think people with true intentions, you know what I'm saying, like have a good place in that role. But I think what he's doing is not those intentions. He doesn't have those intentions about what he's doing. So yeah.
I have a question. So like in regards to like all the shit that he's doing, like like talking about up and men and bringing the women down. Like I wanted to ask you, like, so would you say what he's doing is kind of like similar to what like Kevin Samuels was doing in terms of like when he talks down or talk bad about women or whatever the case may be, like for the shock value, like you said. And also, my other question would be like when it comes to having that conversation because you said there's no like real open space to have these kind of conversations. Like do you think could you say that they're like starting the conversation or just bringing it to the light per se, so then we can have these kind of conversations that we're having now to try and see if there's a way to start it, or potentially like if that's what their end goal is per quote. But I mean, I'm kind of like speculating, but like just wanted to get your thoughts on that.
personally, my opinion, back to what you said about the Kevin Samuels thing. I'm not an apologist for that nigga, but I think their messages are different. I feel like Andrew Tate is more so like his goal, not goal, but he doesn't give a fuck about demeaning women. I think that that's something that he does and doesn't give a fuck because that's just in his view
Character.
of things or his character. Yeah, that's just like how he sees it. I think that Kevin Samuels' point, what I don't think he was honest and like he had a very frank way of saying shit, but I wouldn't necessarily say that it was like his message and whatchamacallits was the same, because he would try to help men and women and try to like he would. I've seen multiple videos of him like not the ones taken out of context, but like full videos where he's trying to explain shit and break shit down to women. And maybe they just weren't get it, or maybe they came on there acting, a certain way with him on his own show. Like if somebody's, say if somebody we had a guest on our podcast and they came in talking us crazy, I'm kick you the fuck off.
Oh
Like
yeah,
you're
you
not about
getting
to.
booted. Don't come on my
Yeah,
damn
like what do
show.
you like? What do you think you just about to sit here and disrespect me? Like man or woman, and he would say that same type of shit. He would turn up on men and women. So it wasn't like just he was just saying negative things to women. And low key, I feel like Andrew Tate, his message isn't only derogatory towards women, but the things that he says are definitely more so geared that way. But again, I think the messages are different, and I think Andrew Tate is more so of what people would classify as that red pill shit. And though people would try to conflate the two, Kevin Samuels and him, with that, I don't think they're the same, to be honest. And the content is the same either, but that's just me.
I
Yeah,
think
Dude,
I think both spaces. Um, I think just like with the whole like both sides of the whole. I think what makes the shit work is the fact that you get inklings of truth in there, right? You
Yes.
get
Hmm.
valid stuff in there,
Yeah.
but they know what's going to push the needle is the shock value, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think to say that that's right or wrong, I think that kind of falls on us, the people, right? The audience, because
Hmm.
if we care just about the shock value, then that's what's going to be portrayed, then that's what's going to be pushed, right? That's going to be the things that are you know, pushed to there. Like Black, you mentioned the viral clip of the body count on the forehead, right? And this is just me playing devil's advocate with the both sides of it, right? I don't
Hmm.
have the horse in the race, but
Right.
you said the shit about the body count on the forehead. Did you say? Of course, that's just absolutely ridiculous, right? But did you say why he? Did you get like why he came to that conclusion? You said whatever logic you have, it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? It's not trying to hear it, and I think that's the problem with people. And I think that's how, to be honest, that's how Andrew Tate, Kevin Samuels, everybody, fucking the little Asian dude that he be on Tate nuts.
Sneeko, or whatever the fuck that
Yeah, you know what I'm
Sneekos,
saying?
whatever
I
the fuck.
think that's how these niggas get birthed because it's just kind of like, okay, you have to look at logic in some capacity, right? You have to look at logic in some capacity. You have to it's the school of thought of like, oh, it's not what you say, it's how you say it, or it's not what's being said, it's about who's
Right.
saying it.
Right.
I think that that's what causes the issue, right? Because again, not the well, I guess this is shooting from bail, but all right, look, like he said, the body count shit would be in there, right? He said the body count shit on the forehead, right? Which is ridiculous. But he said women shame women whenever it goes into a different body count, right? Or not that women should be shamed for who they have with their body count, but they know that before they next let somebody else have sex with them, if it's already known or their body and stuff like that, because fair or unfair, there is the double standard of having a high body count number, right, amongst women, that
Right.
you're going to be more selective with who you have sex with, right? Can you see like you can see logic in that? I think everybody should, man or woman, right? You should be selective with who you have sex with, right? Yeah, I think there's like I said, like in the whole. pointed a conversation on like all sides of it. I think that what people fuck up at is that they pick a stance, right? They pick a stance on that. Oh, if you think that what he says makes any kind of sense, you hate women. Oh, if you don't agree with he said this, that means that you're leftist and that you're I don't know, fucking in the Matrix and shit like that, right? I don't know why did they use the Matrix as an example?
I,
Like the Matrix was a good
I
movie,
don't.
but yeah, like relax, my nigga. All right,
Buzzwords. I feel like people use
right.
buzzwords for people
But
like
yeah, like
piss
I'm
you off.
saying, like I think that for one, I think casual people take sides on these issues, which I think that it's not for us to take a side on, right? I don't think we should take a side on it. I think what you should do is kind of what we're doing now is have a conversation, right?
Right.
Um, is have a conversation, right? You take points and then you can have a conversation on it because I do think that there are things that need to be addressed on both sides for men and women because, like you said, there should be some shit that we need to understand each other. But if we being honest, let's just keep it a buck. This shit's really only on the internet. Uh,
What you mean?
a lot of these shits, a lot of this conversation, a lot of this red pill and fucking blue pill and you gotta do this, and this is a man, and the man got a six pack, six figures, and all this other shit. Like, bro, that shit's only on the internet, bro. That shit's only on
For
the
the most,
internet.
yeah, for the most part, yeah.
For the most
Yeah.
part. Now it does happen in real life because obviously they're getting the shit from somewhere. But between media and social media, that's kind of what's being pushed. But if you go talk to people in real life, bro, nobody. You see a girl, you're not gonna ask her how many niggas you fucked. You know what I'm saying?
Unless you want to get
But
slapped.
see, this is what I'm saying though. Like to what you were saying, I understand the logic and what he was saying with the having the numbers on the body count part. But to my point, like I don't think like his logic matters because I think all right. This is just how I'm looking at it,
Oh, that's
right?
perfect. That's perfect. That's perfect. I'm gonna let you finish, but I'm glad that you said that phrase. You don't think that his
Okay.
logic matters, but that's perfect because
Send me another invite, bro.
I'm gonna follow you up on that. I'm gonna follow you up on that. But
Okay,
yeah,
this is
that was perfect.
this is just how this is just my whole thought process. Like, yes, if women walked around with their body count, women would be more selective with who they slept with, and men would try to be better men to get the women that have less body count, whatever. My whole thing is, it's like the reason why I say I don't think that the logic matters is because one, the system will never happen. There's a
Yeah.
0% chance that it ever happen. So my whole thing is, it's like yes, you can suggest this, but now you have to look at what is actually being accomplished by suggesting that women should walk around with numbers on their forehead.
But I
Will
think
this
that's
ever happen? Absolutely not. So then my whole point becomes he understands that this also will never happen, and he can have this idea all that he wants, but he also knows that it will never happen. So then
Right.
my question becomes, why is he suggesting it at least on a public platform? Now
to
you
get
can have the
attention. But that's the point. To
Yeah.
exactly.
get attention.
So and that's my entire point. He's not the thing that he's saying. I think he's way more. Well, I think he's extremely calculated. Which, I mean, he's doing. He's drummed up this amount of attention by being calculated, and I think due to his calculations, he understands that what he's saying is not really meant to be taken seriously. You know what I'm saying? Well, a lot of the things. I'm not
Yeah.
Yeah.
there was
E-
going on. You know what I'm saying?
exactly.
But he's saying it really just to get clicks and views and have those wild takes. My whole thing
Jai, I need
is
another invite.
Damn.
my whole thing is that actually benefiting who he's serving? Like there are men that have
No.
subscribed to
But
his.
here's the thing though. Here's the thing
Let
though.
me
You hit it perfectly on the head. You was
let me
like,
finish.
oh
I
my,
just
my
want
fault.
to.
My fault.
There are men who are subscribing to his services for actual help. And these men, we have friends who actually carry out the ideology that he's spewing. But if you look at how he's spewing it and why he's spewing it, he's not spewing it to. create change. He's spewing it to create attention. You feel me?
Yeah.
But it's causing a dramatic impact on the people who are actually subscribing to him to try to be better. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's why I think it's just overall problematic in the way that he's doing it, because he understands what he's doing, but his followers do not. So that's why I say, like, I don't think the logic matters, because he understands that he's not saying these. He's saying enough things to make you be like, yeah, that makes sense in a complete fantasy world. But no, that does not make sense in reality. So
Right,
And I
but
think
that's
that
what you're
goes back to
saying.
the
But,
I think
well,
it goes back real quick, Jai,
uh,
that our motto of what the podcast is in itself is like
think for
really just
yourself.
think for yourself. And a lot of people online can't differentiate from real and the bullshit. And yeah, some of what he says could work. Shit, it really could have been how he, you know, elevated his life to the life that he has now. But just because it worked for
For
Andrew
him,
Tate doesn't
it
mean
doesn't
that
mean it's
that's
gonna
going to
work for
work
you.
for YOU.
And that's
Like,
why
it's
I
not the
said,
same.
and that's why I said that, like what you said, the logic doesn't matter makes a good point. Because whenever I pointed out his logic, I was just saying that it was just kind of like, okay, there's a point there. Like it, whenever people
Yeah.
say stuff, it doesn't necessarily make it pointless. But like what you said, like I don't think these people are problematic. I think that it's on the consumer, especially if you're an adult.
Oh,
Especially if
for
you're an
sure.
adult, it's on the consumer, right? Our friend that does that, that's on him. If he chooses to do exactly what he says, believe what he says, and all that, that's on him, right? This is just a nigga talking, and this is what we kind of, I don't know. It was like a very old episode. I don't even know. It might have been like in the Lost Files, right? Whenever Kevin Samuels died, right? And all
Hmm.
those people were saying like all those just disgusting things on fucking the internet about him and shit like that. And regardless of how you felt about him, a man that you never met, a man that you never met on the internet who just started talking with a video camera should not have had this emotional impact on your life,
Right,
right?
you shouldn't be
The
that
point
mad.
to where people actually put their brain power together, right? Put their brain power together, the masses, to unify to get this man banned off the internet. I think the reason why I want to bring it up because if we're being honest, that's the real problem. Like, let's just keep it a buck. People's lives are too married to the internet. What he
Yes.
says, like you said, it's just for shock value. If we're smart enough to see it, there are other people that should be smart enough to see it to where it's just kind of like, okay, fucking, he's doing it. Okay, yeah, that shit sounds stupid, right? That's there, right? He has no effect on my life, right? How well he does or shit like that. And I think that kind of I think just like that whole that's the whole crux of it, right? Like I don't think that any of these niggas are truly problematic. I think people been saying shit on the internet for years. Crazy
Right.
shit, people shit that you agree with, shit. Like people's favorite line is that the internet is not real. And while I do think that that's becoming less and less true, but the only way for that to be the case is for us to make it real or not, right?
Right.
And like Andrew Tate couldn't get none of his shit off if people
Unless we let
didn't,
him.
if people weren't polarized about it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like this dude made, like I said, he made Fox News because people started a petition because they didn't like what he was saying so bad. If you don't like what somebody's saying on the internet, don't listen.
Right.
And
Facts.
the whole logic of, oh, he's influencing young men and teenage boys and shit like that. We about to pod for real for a second.
Yeah. Let's go.
Let me tell you what influences young men and teenage boys. The dudes that niggas look to, right? They look at the niggas that get money and the niggas that get pussy. Sorry to be brash. My mom listens to this, so sorry, mom. But
Shut up, moms.
shout out moms. Shout out everybody's mom, man.
Thanks.
But yeah, like sorry to be brash, but yes, the teenage boys look at the nigga. Unless you're a nigga that's already getting money and getting pussy, you gonna look at the nigga that's getting money and getting pussy, and you gonna think that he's cool, or you gonna like at least see how he move, right? So
Right.
until y'all stop him from doing that, there's gonna be Andrew Tates forever. They may not
Yes.
have as big as platform, but guess what? There's an Andrew Tate in every neighborhood. There's an Andrew Tate that be fucking that you'll see leaving from the school. There's an Andrew Tate at the gym or some shit like that. Like that shit doesn't matter. Like I feel like people just want to be outraged about nothing. Like this nigga could have
Mm-hmm.
been going on like, and he was already rich, allegedly. I don't know nobody's pockets, but he was already
All right.
rich, like allegedly. So it's just kind of like he was really doing this shit for shits and giggles at a certain point, and I don't know. I just feel like I just have a problem with the outrage of it because I don't think it's nothing to be outraged about. Like the whole platform, like if you think it's stupid, then just don't consume it, right?
Exactly.
And I think
Yeah.
that's the problem with a lot of people. And I feel like anybody that takes a lot of what these shock jock people say seriously, or literally, or decide to align yourself into an emotion, to align yourself or against with an emotional reaction with somebody on the internet to where it affects your real life, then you deserve whatever comes with that. I don't think that we as people should have the power to, I don't want to say cancel, but well, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
to cancel people to the point of off the
Just because
internet
you don't like them.
or yeah, like I don't think people should have that power to band together or and if that's the shit that we band together for, you know how much other shit we can, you know what I'm saying, we can get off.
Hey,
Right.
hey, crazy part about it is, crazy part, like those same people who band together to get this nigga off the internet are probably among some of the same people who don't vote, or some of the same people who don't be doing shit, that where their voice could actually really matter in society. They put forth, like if we put forth our collective effort into something that actually would impact us positively as a fucking race, and not just race as far as ethnicity and
It's
all
a
that. I'm
human
talking
race.
about a human race. Then we would be a lot better off. But no, y'all want to be on the internet and do all this shit. And I want to add real quick, like for the whole, hey, you're impacting my kid's life, or this could impact kids' lives and whatnot. That could possibly be true. But here's the thing: what I know from
Raise your own
parents.
fucking kids.
Thank you. So what I'm saying is, as far as like how parenting worked, there's always like a new thing that comes up when generation and generation that people have to deal with it, whether that be like phones, the internet, computers, cars, etc. Once you have these new things that come into play in society, as a parent, you kind of have to figure out how to adjust your parenting to that specific thing. For social media and stuff like that, of course it's harder to police that shit nowadays, I guess, but you can do it. And shit, even if you can't police it, you could at least tell your kids like, look, this is the type of shit that you're gonna see on here. This is the type of shit that is, accurate. These people are probably just bullshitting. I wouldn't, try to be like these people. You should, do this X, Y, and Z. Like, there's ways that you can go about doing this shit because we were all raised in this internet age and the beginning of social
Literally.
media and whatnot. And we, all of us on this podcast, in my opinion, turned out fine for ourselves. And we are, to be honest, we're pretty much like all of us have our things that we like, and we don't give a fuck if other people like them or not. We're very like, okay, look, here's how I'm gonna do
Independent
shit.
thinkers.
And yes, we're very independent thinkers. And I'm not trying to make it seem like we're better than anybody because I
I
wouldn't say
am.
that,
We
brother.
are.
Well, yeah, yeah,
Y'all
yeah,
suck.
maybe. Fuck y'all. Yeah, facts. But
Hey,
yeah, but like real shit, like we turned out okay, and I don't know what it could have been, a multitude of things. Good parenting, just our natural personalities, and the fact that shit we were just focused on the other shit besides the bullshit.
Other
But
people's opinions.
it's doable. It's doable. Like it's people can turn out fine whether somebody's preaching a bad message or not. Like niggas, we were watching. I was watching hella shows on, I don't know. Like we came up watching the Boondocks, watching Riley say a whole bunch of shit, and no matter what that nigga said on there, did I take that and implement it in my own life? No, because it's a fucking show. This isn't for real. Like same thing with the
Yeah,
internet. It's a fucking show. Like
shit's
people
not
just
real
posting
life.
bullshit on there that they want you to believe. And nowadays, I feel like a lot of people are ducks. Like you just, oh, they posted it, so it must be true. Like I saw a rapper the other day talking about shit. All my chains when I used to come up, I think it was Moneybag Yo or some shit. All my chains when I came up,
mm-hmm.
they were fake. But you had to sell the. He was like, you had to sell the image. Like even if I didn't have it at the time, you have to sell the image that makes it look like I have it, so people can believe it.
And
So and
people
that's how people
believed it.
are.
And you
They
know what's
believe the fuck
crazy?
out of it.
You know what's funny about that? Just last quick before we move on because I'm glad we talking about something internet. But you know what's funny about that? I know a
Hmm.
nigga. I saw a nigga post that I saw a nigga post fucking that very clip, and then he was just like, "I told y'all this nigga was a ham or some shit like that, right? Some slang." And I was just like, you see, like, why does that matter?
Yeah, why does it like
He
okay?
was smart. Like you saying that he not real, but you missed like the smart shit he did. This nigga saved his bread. They have broke rappers that go spend their money on real chains that are never gonna be as big as Moneybag.
Honestly,
They invested too much into the image. And like, see, that's the thing. Like, it's the internet shit, bro. Like, it's fake shit that people want to make real, and it's just kind of like, bro, it's not.
agreed. Yeah.
Mm-mm. Closing thoughts,
Nothing much really. I feel like we
Yeah,
kind
so I
of
think
covered the base.
Yeah, I
Black
think
Kiana.
honestly,
I got my little piece out. I'm good.
Bet. Andrew Tate, Black coming for you. Just know, don't call him my lips either.
He got to
facts.
come
Yeah.
on Instagram first.
Ooh,
Oh yeah. Get
Don
your account
DeMarco,
back, nigga.
Marco. How you gonna hit my
Yeah,
side of the gram when you can't even get in? But
that's
speaking of
crazy.
the gram, Black, you was saying some shit that was going on Instagram lately.
Man, speaking on the gram, I like to say I speak for all of us in saying that I am sick and tired of Instagram. At this
Facts.
point,
I've
I
been
just hope they need to do better. They need to do better.
and
Instagram to give you guys some updates.
Instagram would
Um,
have been off my phone if I didn't have to promote this podcast. Hey, NIT
Yeah,
Podcast. Tune in, Twitch TV at Sir Corleone 211 and tune in on YouTube at NIT Pod TV and catch us on TikTok at NIT Pod TV, all lowercase. Go ahead.
that boy good.
Hey,
that
hey
boy.
man. Hey man. Hey man.
But
Gotta
yeah,
get it when you can.
Instagram. If you've been living under a rock, I'll explain for you. As of recently, Instagram has completely changed their app to look a lot more like TikTok with the introduction of Instagram Reels, and it's to a point now where I haven't seen my friends post in the last week. I don't know what they're doing.
There is.
I don't know what food they're eating. I don't know what on. I don't know anything. I don't know. I missed five of my friends' birthdays. I found out like 3 days later, and I feel like the worst friend ever. Um, I don't know. Maybe this is a me problem, but I blame Instagram because they've completely gotten rid of the fact that we signed up for Instagram to care about our friends, and I think that they've continued in this approach um, with the addition of this new feature that they're experimenting with that replicates Be Real. And for you guys who don't know what Be Real is, it's this hot new social media um,
It's hot, bro.
that everybody's gravitating. It's hot, flaming
It's
hot.
spicy, bro.
Yeah, that bitch got some Takis in that motherfucker. I ain't gonna lie.
Alright.
Takis
I
in that
hate
motherfucker.
this thing.
Nah, for sure. But Be Real is a new social media that a lot of people are gravitating towards. Really, because Instagram has gotten so shitty. You feel me? Like on Instagram, if you look at it, the post that you do see of your friends 3 weeks later. I'm sorry, there are kids yelling near me. Um,
Little bastards.
ah, you said it, not me. But, but Be Real. You guys, can somebody explain what Be Real is? Give me 1 second.
The crazy part about it is, I feel like that's the only nigga that knew really what Be Real was.
It's really just the app where you can post what you're doing in real time to kind of avoid to give more authenticity to an app. You know what I mean? So it's like,
So
okay, you'll get a notification like, oh, hey, take a picture of yourself while you're like taking a dump or eating a bowl of cereal or something. So it's kind of just put you in a position to where you gotta be like, oh, hey, like, um, I'm not just posting pictures on the gram. I'm not a catfish. Like, this is me, what I'm doing at this very exact moment, like that kind of thing. Like, be real,
and
like,
you
be
can't
you.
edit it.
Not to my knowledge, no.
No, you can't edit it. You have 2 minutes to post, and whatever you post in those 2 minutes, after you post that, you're late. So you're kind of looked at as like a fake, and you're
A
not being
fraud.
real. Yeah.
So if you're a consistent poster of like above 2 minutes, you look like you just a fake
Yeah,
on
and
Instagram.
the
Right.
crazy part about it is it'll do it randomly. Like it might do it at 11 a.m. one day, and it's only just one. You know what I'm saying? It might do it at 3:36 p.m. the next day or whatever. So it just catches you random. You never have any awareness of when it's happening, but whenever it posts, you take a picture of your front cam and your back cam at the same time. It basically shows people what you're doing. You know, like and you know what I'm saying? You could like be sitting down reading a book, or you could be like watching TV, but like it just shows the real you. And Instagram has now incorporated this feature into their app as well, or at least they're working towards that. And it's made people start to talk about how Instagram is really in identity crisis mode, and I think it's why people are really just hating the app. Like they just don't know, they have no creativity anymore. They're not doing any original ideas. They're not trying to make the
Right.
app better like for the user's experience. They're really just trying to be in competition with all the random ass picture social media apps that keep coming up. You know, and we like Snapchat. We like when they took that feature from Snapchat. You know what I'm saying? The story feature. But it's just like at this point, I don't even know what Instagram is. And like Jai said, if it wasn't important, if it still wasn't the most important place to promote your shit, I would have been deleted that fucking app because it's just trash. You know what I'm saying? So that's the introduction to Instagram. But how do you guys feel about Instagram at this point, Austin? I know you don't even have Instagram anymore.
Hmm.
Jai, Dino, the floor is
I,
yours.
I have it. I mean, Instagram is, I feel like it gets the job done for people that want to, share some stuff with their friends, and they have clouded it with a whole bunch of like, ads of like other stuff and adding all this different stuff. So it's like I can understand like the standpoint of like, yeah, like Instagram is getting away from what I like to do and view my friends stuff. But honestly, for me, since I don't necessarily use the app that often, like I'll look at like funny stuff here and there, send it to my friends, or send even like some conversations we could spark up. But even from that, like Instagram is fairly the same to me, but I don't see much as issues as you are experiencing. But I can say it can improve as an app overall, though. Like I still like Twitter more than anything else, and
Yeah,
and Twitter implemented all the shit that Instagram did too. But I still like using Twitter.
yeah. So similar to B Ray, it does what I need to get done. Like shit, when I first downloaded Instagram, for those of you that don't know, I wasn't an Instagrammer until my senior year of college, junior year of college. So
Yeah.
Right.
so like I haven't had Instagram too long. I got like 3 pictures up on Instagram. Like I said, it's mainly just to promote the podcast, and when I first got the Instagram, fucking look at pretty bitches, women, and so it was just like yeah. Uh, I don't really go on there because it does have like the random, I guess the TikTokish type feel. Like I'm sensing that, but I mean, I guess for like the stuff that I follow, like it just be for me, it just be like anime news and anime related stuff. And like I said, I go on there promote the pod, a couple of sports highlights here and there. I really don't care about what my friends doing. To be honest with you, um, they're cool. I mean, y'all are my friends. I talk to y'all almost every day, and even if I don't talk to y'all every day, go do something better with your life, nigga. Um,
Hey yo,
I'm kidding.
I'm crying.
I'm kidding. I love my friends, maybe, but yeah,
Debatable.
yeah, debatable.
Wow.
But yeah, so like I don't see as big of a problem with me, but I know like for someone like yourself who your job is a lot dependent on social media, not even
Hmm.
just your job, but even like your hustle. You know what I'm saying? You manage two artists. Shout out to Titan and Woody, who I think changed his name. Apologies if you changed your name, Woody. But shout out to them. Instagram is a very big part of what you do and what a lot of people do because people have carved out a niche there in terms of income and just social media expression. As somebody who isn't the biggest fan of social media, I do respect and that people have the opportunity to express themselves, what they got going on in their lives and stuff like that. So I can see how a lot of changes would cause issues down the line in terms of usability and it lacks the creativity of it. But also, I think this is just business, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
A quote comes from uh, good, it was from Michelangelo, I believe, the painter, not the Ninja Turtle. Good
Right.
artists borrow, great artists steal, right? Or good artists copy, great artists steal, some shit like that, right? And so essentially, this is just business. This is what happens. If you see what's working over here, you're gonna try to integrate that the best that you can. And so, I mean, the Instagram real shit and TikTok, of course, is not as. I guess I think it's just because it doesn't have as many users as TikTok or the algorithm doesn't work, but as well. But I mean, the reels don't really bother me. I just see a bunch of dog stuff. My mom started posting reels, so she got my dog viral. Uh, but it's cool. Shout out to Instagram. Keep doing your thing, shorty. If you're pissing your customers off, go back to the drawing board. Simple as that.
And actually value what the fuck they telling you. Like I feel like a lot of companies nowadays is so focused on how do we make more money, how do we add more ad revenue, all that bullshit.
Uh
But
huh.
listen to the fuck what your users are saying. But
Austin, hit it on the head.
what do you say?
I said you hit that on the head. That's exactly what I was about to say.
But
well,
and on top of that, but here's the thing though, it's like I don't know, catch 22 or so, but like even if you do that, it's like they're still gonna use the app at the end of the day because people are like so
yeah.
addicted to the shit. So it's like is
So it's
they
like, why do I have to?
right? But at worst, I feel like at worst, most social media platforms nowadays they're so concrete that they can't really die. It's just that their usage is gonna go down or be stagnant. Like Snapchat and like Facebook. Facebook and Snapchat are not what the fuck they used to be, but they're still always gonna be there because it's just so ingrained
They
in
they
our
they end up
fucking
carving
culture.
out a niche, right? So Snapchat
Yeah,
carves out a niche of messaging, right? Everybody know that still currently uses Snapchat. They use it primarily for messaging. They don't really post Snap stories to post a story, but they
yeah,
post it to message. Like, oh, they met somebody. Oh, okay. What's your Snapchat? I'm gonna send you a message of what I'm doing today and stuff like that, right? As kind of
right.
just like the alternative to a number. That was a good play. That was a nice little bunch. But and so like they carve out a niche. Facebook has a niche. A lot of that Facebook niche is if you're selling something, Facebook markets and shit like that, and the demographic, Facebook is for older people,
Yeah, I was just about to say, yeah, my
all right?
parents and shit be using it.
Like it is. It's a demographic for older people to connect and people to stay in touch with their family, their older family and shit like that. So it carved out a niche, right? And I think like yeah, is you have to listen to your customers, but I mean, if they're still gonna use it, then
Right,
why would I
so it don't
change,
matter.
right?
Yeah.
But as long as they don't come into the problem of like what happened with Vine, right?
Ooh,
Vine didn't
More
upgrade or
so,
change anything, and then people stopped using it, so that's why Vine's
right.
gone. And so if you don't change or you don't carve out a niche for yourself, as long as people use it, you're fine. Like I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I just feel like listening to your demographic and shit like that, I feel like that only matters if and this is a life lesson. This is gonna be one of my little jive verbs I'm gonna sprinkle in. If there are no repercussions or no, I guess, true benefits, no deterrents to my behavior or to behavior, the behavior isn't gonna be changed.
Right.
And so, put these companies' feet to the fire because at the end of the day, they need the consumers. You can't run a company without a consumer unless it's something that a necessity like food and shit.
And it kind of ties back to what we were talking about with the cancel culture shit. Like canceling is like the only thing that most people will come together and like try to do some shit and like make some change on. But when it comes to like shit like video games, fucking social media platforms and how they interact with their users, blah blah blah.
Fucking
Like
politics.
yeah, we'll politics, of course. Like yeah, we'll post about it. We'll say, "Oh, I hate this," but when it comes to actually doing something about it, these companies know that we're all talk for the most part. Like most people aren't gonna actually do shit. Even if they do some stuff, it's not gonna be enough to actually garner any fucking change. So like you said, like I feel like it's a little bit of you know, yes, you're still gonna use this fucking app regardless. So why the fuck do I need to do anything? And then also, again, it's just like shit. This shit is just so ingrained nowadays. Like you said, Vine went like it literally went out of like there's not Vine anymore. But how shit is nowadays, I don't think these certain
What?
well, that's crazy. That's actually crazy. But
Why even
shit
swatted, bro?
how shit works nowadays, I don't think there's gonna be any more like completely killing anything because no matter what the fuck somebody feels or says about it, they're probably gonna still talk about it or still give it attention. Because that's one thing that we don't understand is shit that we don't give attention will cease to exist. We don't
What's the
get that shit.
phrase? What's the phrase? All press is good press. That's in every aspect of life, man. If you talking about shit, it's gonna be there. And to be honest, people would
Yeah,
rather talk about stuff that they don't like than what
real
they do
shit.
like.
Hell yeah.
That's just a fact.
People will definitely come together more so nowadays off of negative shit than off of like positive shit. Like niggas will come together off of hate more so than off of love. Like like I hate to use this as an example. Like say some of Young Boy's fans or whatever. Like we know how like Young Boy's fans or like say Nicki Minaj's fans or whatever. Great artists by the way. Not
Shout
saying
out to the
anything negative
Barb's.
about them, but like shit and not to their fan base because I know how y'all barbs work.
Fuck
But
they fan base.
they will come together. They will come together to kill somebody rather than coming together to like support and rally for the artist because I think academics was talking about it too. Like, yeah, y'all talk all this shit about people who are coming for Nicki Minaj. Y'all will go on Cardi B's posts and say all this negative shit about her, but when it comes to actually getting out and purchasing her album sales don't be as much as what they could be because or what they should reflect based off of her fan, um, kind of
Yeah.
experience and outing that they
Mm-hmm.
have. People will rather support some negative shit than actually coming together to support some positive shit, in my opinion.
What do you think the NIT fans would be called? Like, what would it be like our hive? What the fuck, moms? What would
Fuck
it be our
The
niggas.
hive?
knitters for sure.
The what?
The knitters.
The knitters?
Knitters.
I ain't gonna
Yeah,
lie, that's a little
I
too close. I ain't gonna
I'd
lie.
rather not. Yeah,
I'd
yeah, I don't
rather
know if I
not
like that
hear.
one.
I don't like the
I,
knitters. I ain't gonna hold
yeah,
you.
I
Come
feel
on,
like
man.
that's a quick way for some trouble for some people.
Not a fan of the
Shout
knitters.
out to the knitters, man.
Yeah,
Hey yo, if you're a knitter, if you gotta be a real knitter, don't let people know, but we know. But like,
yeah.
yeah,
Love our
Don't
knitters.
go out saying that you're a knitter, especially
I
around
love y'all
Like,
knitters.
wait, wait, bro.
black people. I think you
I
calling
love
yourself a
y'all
knitter.
knitters is crazy.
You calling yourself a knitter around the wrong group of people that might have bad hearing will get your ass whooped. So I don't know if that's
Unless y'all
cool.
in Paris, then they gonna be like knitters in Paris, and they gonna be
It's
like,
a
"Why are
group
you
of
saying that
knitters.
about yourself?" And it's gonna be
It's a
like
group of
because
It's a group of.
yo,
I almost said the wrong one. Can we not say that shit?
Nah, bro. The knitters need to be heard, bro. Knitters
bro,
matter,
our hive is real, bro. It's vast.
It's real, but I think the name we might need to work on the name a little bit.
See, you
Cause I'm gonna fuck
barbs, you
around and say
beehive,
that
you future hive niggas, y'all don't want to fuck with
the
I
knitters.
the knitter.
the knit the knitters, man.
I'm mad that's the first thing that you thought
Nah, bro.
of because that's what's gonna stick. Like,
Oh, I 100%. I honestly can't think of shit else right now too.
yeah,
That's the crazy
nah,
part about
facts.
it. Like,
Whenever
The
we
knitters.
start selling merch, we got to get a real knitter shirt.
Real
Knitters with
yeah,
knitters.
attitudes.
Real knitters, man.
facts. Capital T's so they can know it's not the other one. But
Yeah, cause
yeah,
boy,
get into some trouble.
yeah,
Anyway,
man. Cool. So, this is just gonna be like a poorly transition. Um,
Hey man, you can't shoot 100% from the field, man. You're gonna miss
yeah,
one shot.
yeah, bro. Cooler at 98. Okay.
Even
So do
Jordan
y'all want
was.
to talk about politics matter in dating, or do y'all want to talk about Lil Baby giving $250,000 in quarters?
Black, you know what? I'll let you explain that one because I think we could talk about that real quick because I didn't get
As
why the
we
fuck
as
we
we
wanted to
were
talk about
reviewing
that.
it, and like as I'm
Yeah,
thinking about it, I think we can get some shit out of there. So yeah.
yeah.
Okay. So, I was just scrolling on, poor ass Instagram,
All
and
right,
I had
all right.
and I had saw, you know what I'm saying? It was James Harden's birthday, Big 13.
Shout
You
out to the
feel?
beard.
And his best friend, Lil Baby, he gave him 250,000. You know what I'm saying?
That's
A
crazy
quarter
because my
mil.
best
He,
friend
he, he
just gave
put a
me an Instagram post. I
you know what I'm saying?
need better
Barely even
friends.
that.
I need better friends.
Richer friends.
Nah, for sure that. But
Both.
yeah, he gave him 250,000, quarter million. So he put a bunch of quarters in there to make it look all thoughtful and shit like that. James Harden, he was just as thoughtful on Lil Baby's birthday. He gave him a honey bun, which is $100,000. So he stuffed a bunch of honey buns in there. You know what I'm saying? Very thoughtful. Um, so yeah, I just had kind of brought up the fact that if I were a multi-millionaire, rich nigga, I would hope that my friends were just like more thoughtful in their gifts. Like, if I'm making 100 million plus, I just feel like you just went to the bank and just gave me this money, which is cool. I'm not gonna say I'm not grateful for it because you didn't have to do that. But also, like, do you even know who I am? Like, do you even care about me? I mean, like, literally anybody who is making $100 million could give me $100,000. That doesn't even that. Like, honestly speaking, he probably could have like said, "Yo, let me go to the bank real quick. Shit, it's James Harden's birthday. Let me get 250,000." You know what I'm saying? And
Chuck, that's
put like
crazy.
50,
Saying
500
real
quarters in
quick
it.
to go get 250,000 is crazy. I ain't
Yeah,
even gonna hold
that's
you.
crazy as shit,
No, that's
dog.
crazy. But like, imagine him like not knowing what to get James Harden, so he just runs by the bank real quick. Let me get 250,000 and give me like 500 quarters too. They're like, "Are you sure?" Yeah,
Yeah.
Are
yeah,
you
yeah. Give me
serious? You
500
dead
quarters.
ass?
That's like I feel like
I
that's
would be
just
mad as shit if I gotta pull out that many rolls of quarters, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
nah facts. I just feel as though like and obviously I can only speculate because I haven't touched this amount of wealth.
Yet.
Yet,
Congratulations to those young
yet.
men.
Well, I ain't gonna lie,
But
Blake. You gonna have to hit that shit twice because you owe Tramell $1 million.
okay, we're not
That
gonna do
is
that.
very true,
We're
nigga.
not gonna.
We are never gonna forget that
No,
either, bitch.
Yeah, you
I
really
You
gonna
owe
have
that
very
to.
soon.
You really gonna have to come up, come up.
Very soon we're gonna forget about that. But
Nah.
Nah.
I don't know, bro. I just like if I was a multimillionaire, I still would like for my friends to put in some effort. You know what I'm saying? Like in terms of a gift, I just don't feel like that's no effort, especially like your spouse, like Cardi B and Offset. They trade each other, 100,000, 200,000 for their birthdays, and I'm just like, bro, like you're not doing anything. Like we share this money at the end of the day too. So it's like, 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 does that show me like you care about me? Like
What if I
even
give you $100,000, but like in a cool bottle for like a beverage?
Mind you, he did give James Harden the 250,000 in like
He
a
gave.
go yard suitcase or some bullshit like that. It
So
was
yeah, so
like
it
a
was probably way more than 250,000.
yeah.
So it was probably close to like 350.
yeah, this thing came up to like 300,000. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Cool, 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 cool. But I'm just like, bro, like I hope that I never get to that point in my life and like it just gets to the point where all my rich friends just give me like money. Cause I'm like, damn, they don't care about me. That's just
If
how
you
I
got
feel. I'm
multiple
just
rich friends, you win it.
oh yeah, for sure. But think about that though too. Like I think that like we haven't experienced this because we just haven't hit that amount of wealth. But like you still have to have like a sense of belonging, a sense of like yearning at that level. I'd imagine. You know what I'm saying? Where you still want to be like felt like somebody really care about you type shit. You feel me? Like I feel like it's almost a little less impressive like as the richer I get, like you just give me money. You feel me? Like now, if I was at this point in my life and somebody gave me $100,000, I'd be like, nigga, you are my best friend. We're
Yeah.
locked in, twin. No cap, because like,
Sophia.
but like, if I'm making 300 million and you give me like 100K, I mean, like, I'm not gonna be mad at it, but it's just like I just don't feel like it's no effort. But
Okay, well, let's go around the panel, starting with you, Black. How would you like for your rich friends to get you a gift? $250,000. How would you like your rich friends to give you a gift
okay.
that
If
equates?
my rich, all right. If I have super rich friends, I would love for like if they had Kendrick Lamar perform for me on some cool shit. You know what I'm saying? A cool performance. That'd be cool. You feel me? Or like Lamar Jackson
That's a little
sign
zesty.
sign football and like a video. You know what I'm saying? Or like shit, FaceTime me with Lamar Jackson on some cool shit so I can just run off how all the media niggas is bullshitting and I can really hear him say it because he won't say it on Twitter. But I know he feel that way. You
You
feel
know
me?
what's crazy? We can do that now. We ain't gotta be rich.
Well, shit, y'all better get resourceful. My birthday just passed, so I got some.
We'll work
But
on that, bro.
that's what I'm thinking. Like, or like even like Jai, you said like a drink. I'm not gonna lie, you know me, cause like if somebody gave me
You can sell
like
Bubble
Black a
tea,
bottle
a
of
400
bubble
poison
tea
if you put it
birthday.
in a nice enough bottle.
real shit, if you gave me a 400 year old aged bottle of wine, boy, I'm like, damn, like that's hard. You feel me? Or like some cheese. I don't know, damn it. I'm a weird ass nigga.
Some cheese.
I would love some aged ass. I mean, on some cool shit for real. Like that's kind of harder to me. I mean, it's not as hard. You know what I'm saying. I just think it's just like damn. Like my friends like fuck with me. They know. You feel me? Or like Orlando. You feel me? Like if we would like niggas would if niggas gave Orlando a cool ass like medieval like like armor, like one of them. You know what I'm talking about? The little medieval
Yeah.
armor shits. Like he would love that shit. You feel me? On some cool shit, like just shit like that. Like that's kind of what I'm thinking. You feel me? Like on some real, like damn, that's my man. Like nigga really know me. Like we grew up together, friends type shit. You feel me? That's me.
Austin?
Uh, shit, bro. I'm not even the gift ass nigga to be honest with you. So this is a harder question for me. But in terms of like again, if right now somebody gave me $100,000, hell yeah, I'd be happy. But if I was rich, I would be like, what would be something that would just really like this shit was hella thoughtful. Like to me, like if we just got together and had like all of us came together and had like dinner and just like on some cool shit, nice little dinner and whatnot, that would be fine enough for me. So I'm not even like the big, gift ass nigga, but just to, add to the conversation a little bit more, it would mean more to me at that point than money shit. Cause nigga, I clearly have $100,000. Like I don't need your $100,000. Like if I was that rich, I already had that shit. Like that's nice and all, but yeah, not quite. So and mind you, I want to add this too. I feel like James Harden's gift was a little bit better because nigga, at least I can eat the honey buns. I'm eating those honey buns. Like the $100,000 nice, but I get the honey buns too. I'm eating those. Me personally. What the fuck am I gonna do with however many fucking quarters? Even if I had that many quarters, bro, I am not about to go to the bank and calculate like and give them the quarters and be like, yeah, add this amount of quarters up so I can get the actual amount in like dollars and all that. I don't even want to do that. I'm gonna just put the quarters in a jar and probably just like keep them there. I don't like change. So that
It's
gift
heavy.
to me, yeah,
It's
like
heavy.
bro, like nah, like get them quarters out my fucking face. Like, I don't like the fuck.
Is heavy.
So
B-Ray, what would you like? Since I also want to be all sentimental.
Shit. I mean, I like the money. I don't know about y'all.
yeah, I like it. I
Shit.
ain't mad at
Cause,
it.
cause the only reason why I do this is because when it comes to the money, you'll be able to take that money and figure out what you want to get later. And I will always be grateful for you because then I could use it for any and any situation, like a car breakdown or if I want to buy a couple T-shirts or whatever the case may be. So that way you don't have to kind of like guess what I like if you somehow forget or whatever. It's like you're putting it up to me. I have a whole bunch of money. I can use it towards anything, and that's just a great gift in itself. Like it can pay my bills or it can do whatever. So I'm always cool with just getting money, especially if it's a lot.
That is true. You could allocate that money to different things. I didn't think of it that way because
That's
I
what
was
I
thinking
was
more
saying
shit. I could.
before. That's what I was saying before. Just like give me the money, and then I can buy what I want with it.
Yeah, that is true. And anything, shit, even if you are rich, spending somebody else $1 million or $100,000 is death spending. It's death
Way
better than
better.
spending my own. I will say that.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's
yeah,
facts.
you have a point. You have a point.
But if I had to come out with my gift, I would want to. I would want the opportunity to make my own cartoon, or like somebody to
Interesting.
like animate me like a cartoon episode, something like that. Like that would be like a cool gift. Like if you sat me down with I keep forgetting Buddy's name, but it was the voice actor that did Static Shock, Green Lantern, all the black dudes whenever we was kids,
Yeah.
right? And I was able to like do like an episode from like one of the childhood shows. Like if I was able like to have like my own superhero and then like be like in a special one-off Static Shock episode that's just mine or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Or like I'm my own Naruto character, some shit like that. Like that'd be so cool to me.
You
And
know
like
what?
I'm the only one that got access to it. Like no, you niggas cannot stream it. You know what I'm saying? A pirate and nothing like that. No, it's at a tape in my house. Like I would really appreciate some shit like that.
Can we come watch the tape though?
No,
Nigga, I can't even watch it, bitch.
you gotta let me describe it to you, bro.
Yeah.
Just
Then I don't know if I want to give you that gift. Go to hell.
Well,
Like, nigga, what?
well,
You gotta the great gifts you can share.
you know what? See, just because
Hey
you said
yo.
that, anytime I give you money, now it's gonna be in change for anything.
Wow.
I guarantee you I'm not
I don't
taking
care
that
if
shit.
I
I
owe you
guarantee you.
$20. I would give you
I
how many fucking dimes is that? Like 2,000?
I 100% what?
It's too many. That's what.
Yeah, exactly. We're saying yeah, like I guarantee you I'm not using those dimes and or quarters or whatever the fuck change that you come up with.
I'm gonna give
I'm
you
not using
nickels
it.
because there's never a use for nickels, bro.
I honestly hate nickels. I hate them. I hate them with a passion, honestly. Like that's the most. I feel like that's the most nonsensical fucking change that you have, nigga. Like if you give me this big ass 25, if you skip from 10 to 25, I feel like the nickel is just kind of like it's pointless at that point. I really don't need it. I could just stick with the pennies, the dimes, and the nickels.
Well, we hate nickels, but we love knitters.
Facts.
So,
Shout out all the
welcome.
knitters.
Shout out to the knitters, man. This has been the NIT podcast. It's your host, your boy Sir Curleone, Pod God Jai Almighty, all that good stuff. Closing out with my friends,
You already know it's your boy, B Word Illinois, Mr. in the building himself.
You know what I'm saying? Duffyana. You already know, man.
Duffrilla,
it, it's
Duffrilla.
your
fuck
boy,
nigga free Duff,
boy Black. You know what I'm saying? Whole lot of Malik shit. You feel me?
Biggity Black.
Biggity, biggity black.
And we're signing out. You can catch us every Sunday around 1 to 2 p.m. Eastern on Twitch at Sir Corleone 211. Catch us on YouTube, all caps NIT Pod TV. Again, that's YouTube, all caps NIT Pod TV. Catch us on TikTok, NIT Pod TV, all lowercase. Anything else? I covered everything. We got this bitch.
That's it.
Here we out. Have a good Sunday, fuck niggas.
The style ain't free and it never will be.
Hey yo.
Living
Yeah,
with
in
my
that shit.
knitters from the NIT.
Okay.
I hate this
I
guy.
I really want
POD TV on the
I really
YT YouTube.
I really want
Please
this
go
knitters
away.
thing to not be a thing. I really just
No, because I haven't done it in a while.
that is very true. And
Niggas
it's
thought the
been
style. Niggas thought the style was free for a minute. I had to
was
let
free.
them know. Yeah, it's a quarter
Uh,
milli. All loose
well
change.
now that you reminded them, now you don't have to do it again for like another like month or two. You know.
Never.
Knitters,
Some
knitters.
thoughts.
All right, knitters. Catch y'all later.
Oh. The level of